I'm not an okro mouth, you know. Well, no, let's be gentlemen. Let's be gentlemen, guys. Let's be gentlemen. You said you have already informed them. And it's difficult to go back to say, oh, your name is being taken out. Find another place for them. No, but he has mentioned it. That's why I'm referring. He mentioned it. It's unknown. Mr. Speaker, it was the majority leader's submission that the precedence has always been that the two chief whips go to Pan Africa. It's not true. Please, let me take you through the history. The chief whips have been going to ECOWAS. It was during my time that Honorable Arnaud Dompré and I said, because I previously went to ECOWAS, I would prefer to be in ECOWAS instead of going to Pan Africa when I was a deputy leader. So he decided that he would go to Pan Africa. So don't introduce any concept. In fact, Mr. Speaker, he was convinced by somebody in this chamber. I don't want to mention his name. I don't want to bring him into this debate. There is no statutory provision that first deputy speaker should be the one to lead delegation. No. Let's not create a new, you see, this Harvard jurisprudence that is often being introduced. Even when they are in a tight corner, they will down open the standing orders and try a certain interpretation for survival. It won't work this time around, Mr. Majority Leader. Now you are saying, oh, the first deputy can be from any party, so that one is aside. Now there's another statutory, chief whip to chief whip, that is aside. Anytime I get a case, I will bring you as my lawyer because you know how to fight to the end. But counsel, not on this occasion. Not on this occasion. The delegation is supposed to be 5 for Pan Africa. And by practice, the ratio in this chamber, we always use the numerical strength, majority and minority. We've already agreed on the ratio, 32%, 68%. You've used your 68% to take all the committees. We didn't complain. We did not complain. You never compromised when it was 3.45 for us to get the next so that we even have 4. Mr. Speaker, you go to finance committee, go and see. We just 6 out of the whole lot. Public account. Mr. Speaker, that is true. Don't worry. Don't worry. You've not spoken into the mic, but I agree with you. That is the ratio Ghana gave us. I agree. So why are you taking away what Ghana has given us? What you are trying to see, Eche, let's be fair in this game. Don't try it. You see, we are adults. This game, you know you are coming to equity with very dirty, unclean hands. Stop it. You know from your heart. He knows. Let's stop this. Mr. Speaker, don't let us introduce and reinvent any theory. I'm very sad this afternoon. Very sad. Sad in the sense that this side of the house always keeps to a side of the bargain. But when it comes to our colleagues, something different is done. Mr. Speaker, I will take you through the issues step by step. I got into this house in 2013. And I came to meet a protocol, a convention, a practice where the numerical strength of parties are used to determine composition of committees and delegations. This practice continued in the 8th Parliament And now we are in the 9th Parliament. Mr. Speaker, in the 8th Parliament, ECOWAS, the ratio was applied. And it's always been that when it is the decimal is less than 0.5, you go down, you lose out. If it is more than 0.5, you round it to the next decimal point so that you would benefit. Mr. Speaker, the ratio as agreed upon in this 9th Parliament is 32%, 68%. We are 32%. They are 68%. It's been used to calculate the committees. Mr. Speaker, there are committees that you have 13 NDC members and we are just 5. We've accepted it. It got to a point during the negotiations. I sent my respected chief whip to approach our colleagues that for some of the committees that we are 0.45, they should at least compromise for us to have one more. They said no. We kept quiet. I said, it is what it is. Mr. Speaker, we are not striking a compromise on any matter. We are demanding what is our right. And this morning, I sent a message to my respected colleague, the majority leader, that I am not pleading. Yesterday, the clerk to Parliament invited me. We had a discussion all together. They are saying that the people they propose are all senior members. So it is difficult to drop a name because they've already communicated to them. But what about us? Mr. Speaker, let us not do this to ourselves. If we all agree that there's a formula, your 32%, Mr. Speaker, about 5 months ago, I calculated the 32%, circulated to the chief whip, the majority leader, Mr. Speaker. I heard my colleague mentioning Speaker's name. When we met Speaker saw the calculation and said, but that is the formula. You have 2 from for Pan-Africa and you have 3. There's nothing like any observer compromise. There's no compromise. It's a matter of right. Far right. Let's not do this to ourselves. Let's not do this to ourselves. Let's be fair. One day, I'm not saying that you are going into opposition, but one day, you don't know. We had 169. In less than 4 years, we came to 137, 137. I recall some of your colleagues in negotiations, they would tell me that, hey, your former boss, when he had the numbers, this is what he did to us, so we won't compromise. Don't set a precedent that someday you will be in opposition and we'll also start invoking the same thing, and then you come and say, no, let's be fair. Even our standing orders provide for the protection of minority. The standing orders provide for the protection of the minority. Mr. Speaker, we agreed that we're going by the formula. You have your 68%. If you strike the 68%, Mr. Speaker, I would open my phone and share with you the calculation. We did the maths. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I repeated the calculation. Let's start with ECOWAS. If you calculate majority, 0.68 times 8 is equal to 5.44. Minority, 0.32 times 8 is equal to 2.56. Per the known formula that we used in the committee formation, what that means is that the 5.44 is not up to 0.5. So they would keep 5. And then the 2.56, because we have crossed 5.6, we round it to the next decimal point, which makes it 3. This is what they've had. And in fact, there's a reason why in ECOWAS at the 8th Parliament, we had it 4.4. Because when we calculate, we were getting 3.44, we were getting 4.44, and they were getting 3.56. So they said, hey, that is what it is. That's why we shared it equally. Mr. Speaker, let's deal with Pan-Africa. In Pan-Africa, it is 5, a delegation of 5. I calculated and shared it with them. Majority, 0.68 times 5 is equal to 3.4. Minority, 0.32 times 5 is equal to 1.6. The same formula, the same precedence. They would get 3, and then who would get 2? How then do you say that, with respect, Speaker directed that we should take 1 and have an observer, and then you should have 4? Mr. Speaker, why would we be changing the story as we find convenient? No. Yesterday I made it clear. I made it very clear. And my respected colleague, the leader of government business, said he was going to consult. And I said there's nothing to consult about. What about all our 3.44? Some committees, independent constitutional bodies. How many are we? The minority. We had 4. Some of it, you didn't even compromise that you had about 14. Go to public account. How many do we have there? Why didn't you compromise on some of these ones for us as minority? You did not. Now when it got to the delegation, Mr. Speaker, currently there are some delegations that they move, they have 7 and they give us 1. We don't even know how it is done. There are a lot of travel delegations that this formula does not apply, and then they do it as it pleases them. It's not fair. We have IPU, we have CPA. I insist that all of these delegations, we should lay them before Parliament. All the EU delegation, every single delegation, let us apply the formula. Let's lay the report. We cannot limit it to only Pan-Africa and ECOWAS. There are other delegations. We have other delegations. I would plead that we ensure transparency. Our friends should look at posterity. They should look at tomorrow. Look at tomorrow. You are 183 today. Think about tomorrow. I'm saying that 187 very well. With the independent 4, you have 1, no problem. 183 NDC. Let me deal with NDC. You have 183 today. What are you going to say? 183 plus 4, 187. The majority caucus. Majority caucus with the 4 independent, but it's okay. NDC in this chamber is 183. NDC caucus in this chamber, you have some independent adding up to your numbers. But you have 183. You are not 187. It is plus the independent MPs. So your caucus is 187. What's your problem? But the NDC is 183. Mr. Speaker, there is peace in this chamber. Let's maintain that peace. We are here as a family. Even the list that we have on our side, Mr. Speaker, is not conclusive. I was supposed to do some amendment. I didn't know it was going to be advertised. There are some consultations that I did. We need to do some balances here and there. So even we are not ready, as at this afternoon, we need to do some changes because some members that I consulted, expressed some views. But on Pan-Africa, it can go with Honorable Buama and Honorable Anodompre. ECOWAS, we can stay it and deal with the changes. But Pan-Africa, we have 2. Our 2, which is as a matter of right. We are not negotiating. We are not begging anybody. We are not pleading. It is as of right in our